21st Century Fox has increased its recommended cash offer for Sky to £14 a share. The new offer is an increase of around 12% on a rival bid from Comcast. For more, let's get the latest with Joe Mays, Bloomberg's media and telecoms reporter, who's hot-footed it over to the studio this morning. Joe, good morning to you. So this is part of a broader contest, isn't it? But let's deal with the specifics here around Sky. This is 21st Century Fox coming up with a bigger offer than Comcast. Will Comcast come back, though? Are we at the end of that story yet?
I think Sky investors do expect Comcast to come back because the share price is traded at about £14.80 and see Fox has come in today at £14. So clearly the market thinks this bidding contest isn't over and Comcast probably will come back and we could see this price be pushed up ever higher.
Is there a juncture at which Comcast could be stymied from counterbidding? And I go back to the debt story. Many people have written the winner in this contest has got to have very deep pockets. Comcast are going to have to want to take on quite a big bit of debt if they really want to counter this bid, don't they?
Exactly, and so this is where the two battles come into play. You have the wider battle between Comcast and Disney for Fox, and that could be pushed up ever higher. And then so the extent to which Comcast bids high in that contest could affect the extent to which they're willing to bid further for Sky. So Brian Roberts, the Comcast CEO, is going to have to make up some big decisions in terms of what he's going to prioritise here and where he wants to target his cash.
Indeed. I mean, the government still has to have its final say. It seems like we've been through this process so many times, Joe. I mean, remind us of their objections to Murdoch and what they're likely to say. I think by tomorrow we're supposed to hear, under a new Culture, Media and Sports Secretary.
Exactly. So this bid's been going on since December 2016, and we've been looking at the question of whether Rupert Murdoch will gain too much influence over Britain's media because acquiring Sky News would give him that. Plus, he has the Times, the Sunday Times, the Sun in the UK. So the question has been all about media influence. But the government has indicated that it's happy with those concerns if Sky News is sold to Disney. But as you say, we just had a new culture secretary as part of Theresa May's cabinet reshuffle. But yeah, we expect a decision tomorrow.
And does it make a difference that will the UK government rely on the part of the process that is if Rupert Murdoch then sells it to Disney?
Yes. So Fox has offered to sell Sky News to Disney, and that is kind of looks like a pretty done deal now. The government is happy with that as a concession, and it's likely that the new Culture Secretary, Jeremy Wright, will say, yes, I agree, that's fine, this deal can go ahead.
One other aspect of this is, of course, cash versus stock. If we look at the deals, Comcast is an all-cash offer to Rupert Murdoch versus that combination of Disney's cash and stock offer. So this could also play an element in terms of the decision-making. If it is cash that Comcast come back with an outbid, it could be the Trumponian bid.
Yes, perhaps so. I think, as we've seen in the US, Rupert Murdoch has favoured the offer from Disney for Fox because of that stock element, as you so rightly pointed out. So it'll be interesting to see whether, Comcast comes back and maybe changes the composition of its bid to make it more attractive to Murdoch in the US for Fox. So yeah, that's the kind of US battle to keep an eye on as well.